So Ping, I mean, I think it was a good idea. If I was working at Apple as, a marketing executive, I would probably want to do something like Ping as well. I'm not sure. Personally, I don't know how much longevity it has. I think it was a good idea. Obviously, the launch, I don't think I know they have a lot of users. I don't think it's gone as planned, at least from an outside perspective. I think it's a cool idea, and if they twist it the right way, that they could have a core fan user base that uses it. I don't think that it has the potential to take over like Facebook fan pages did. I think that it's within its own niche community of kind of Apple super users that want to use that sort of thing. I actually haven't even, I've seen a preview of it. I haven't used Ping yet. I haven't updated my iTunes in a little while. I personally think it's annoying how much I have to update my iTunes. So, but I love Apple products and in general, and I think that Ping was the obvious thing for them to do. Do I think that it's something that's going to completely take over the social space of music? I don't think so, but I think that it'll have its own niche demographic of users that want to stay on top of the social music space.
What are your thoughts on Big Champagne recently launched their own chart to compete with Billboard? It's called the Ultimate Chart.
Right.
What are your thoughts on that? Is that a step in the right direction?
I think it's cool. I think that it's clearly utilizing data and analytics that Billboard doesn't, and the information is important. It's relevant. It's relevant to know blog plays, and it's relevant to know the use across the internet. Next Big Sound as well. It's relevant to know how many fans people are getting across the internet, how many plays they're getting across the internet, because radio play, terrestrial radio play, is obviously no longer the main way to chart things, and record sales in the traditional sense is not the main way to chart things. So I think that it's extremely important, and I think it's awesome that they did that, and it's something that I'm going to keep track of and I'm going to try to use.
You mentioned email earlier as being a really good driver and a good way that you guys use, a tool that you guys leverage to engage with the fans and build up the base and the one-to-one connection and help drive sales. What are some other tools, not necessarily social media or in social media, that are some of your favorites or something that you see that really Shadow gets a lot of good traction? Is it still MySpace? It might still be MySpace. Is it a certain niche forum? Is Twitter a big driver for you guys?
It's cool that you mentioned that because, specifically with Twitter, I was tweeting for a while, and not as Shadow. I would sign it MikeDJShadow.com after the tweet. And Shadow started tweeting, and we noticed a huge spike in followers and engagement on Twitter, and people sending at messages and making up their own hashtags and whatever else. So that's that's something to note, that it's really important for the artists themselves to tweet. I think in this day and age, when it's important, people are on Twitter. If you got tens of thousands of followers on Twitter, it's important to reach out to those people. And since Shadow's been doing it, we've had an amazing response. So Twitter is definitely great. The Facebook fan page is amazing. We've got over 200,000 fans on there. That is an amazing way to drive traffic to our site. One of the best ways to drive traffic. In terms of MySpace, everybody says it's dead. I don't think it's dead. Yet, at least. It may die eventually. If you check out Shadow's MySpace page, you'll see that it's pretty much a portal to our website, and that's why it's still useful to us, because people still hit MySpace to discover or listen to songs, and people still hit Shadow's MySpace page, and they click through those links at the top, and they go to DJShadow.com, and in the end, that's what we want people to do. So we still add content to MySpace, and we still think that it's relevant to some degree.